were the outcasts, the riffraff of society that came to Jesus with baggage, came to Jesus with bags under their eyes, exhausted their backs, about to break under the weight of carrying the burdens of their sin, shame, and past mistakes. But Jesus, burdened with compassion, looked past their past and please, allow me to carry your baggage for you. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. I have seen your plight, but I am the light of the world, shining new life like a bright morning star. And even the darkest parts of your heart, these hands, put the stars in their place. But place your hands in my hands and you'll see I understand what it means to be scarred. You see, Christ is God, and God stepped off his throne, made his home in a virgin's womb, set aside his kingly robes, and assumed the form of a humble servant, a man of sorrows, acquainted with grief, a great high priest, touched by the feelings of our infirmities. He was wounded for our transgressions and crushed for our iniquities. He was scarred for our scars, bruised for our bruises, hurt for our hurts, and abused for our abuses. With arms extended on the cross, he cried, "It is finished," extending forgiveness that with him we might have a fresh start at the finish line. After he died, they laid the Rock of Ages in a tomb behind a rock. But in 3 days, God the Rock rolled the stone away, rolling open the gates of heaven to bring hope to those who would turn from their sins and trust in his name. The Rock rose from the grave that by grace we might rise from our past. His grace is the present of a brand new future waiting to be unwrapped. He'll take your history and your misery and make it your ministry, resurrecting your story for his glory. Your baggage, redeemed by his story, is history in the making. But make no mistake, we all come to Jesus with baggage. Even good people from good homes and church backgrounds have beautiful bags filled with nothing more than filthy rags. Even our greatest moral and religious acts can't save us apart from Christ giving his life on our behalf. We all have the baggage of sin, and it will eventually end in an eternal body bag. But Jesus reached into his bag of mercy and paid sin's wage of death, an unpayable debt. The judge looks at the empty cross and grave and proclaims to every hopeless case, your case is dismissed. You can quit trying to save yourself in Christ. Your crimes have already been forgiven. Past, present, and future sins have already been forgiven. You can lay down your burdens. They are no longer yours to carry. You see, Christ, he is not American Airlines. He won't charge you to check your bags. In fact, if he's the pilot of your life, I promise you won't even need any carry-ons. Just cast your cares on him because he cares for you. He will carry you from takeoff to landing. Trust in the Lord and lean not on your own understanding, for he is the living God who holds the keys of death and life in his hands. You are what you are, but he is the I am. You have fallen short of his standard, but stand on his grace. He will raise you up as the sons and daughters made in his image by faith. He will place in you the spirit of an overcomer. He has conquered death to make you more than a conqueror. His all-sufficient grace is able to take your baggage, bring beauty out of ashes. The old has passed, but behold, he makes all things